Ever wonder what the best foods to eat to shed fat during menopause are? If you struggle with menopause and belly fat, I've helped over 900 women transform their body eating more food peri-post-menopause, and today I'm going to share all of my secrets on what the best foods, diet, and what's going on with our body during menopause, causing us to have this stubborn belly fat, feeling run down with cravings, and feeling like we're losing our muscle as well. During menopause, women often struggle with weight gain, and it's particularly around this midsection. This really can come from so many different factors, such as hormonal changes, insulin resistance, thyroid issues, but with the right nutrition approach, we really can overcome all of these challenges and achieve our health and our weight loss goals. Let's go into what these hormone changes are that we're going through during menopause. So I want to just say that these shifts in our hormones can happen as early as our late 30s when we're really getting into that perimenopause time. And during this time, we have shifts in our hormones, especially our estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. These are actually on a decline, which can really cause a lot of inflammation in our body and that belly fat storage. A few other things that are happening during this time are things like insulin resistance, causing us to have blood sugar spikes. Another thing that we could be combating during this time are thyroid issues, such as hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, Hashimoto's, reverse T3. And if you got your blood work done by the doctor, a lot of the times they just run your T4 and your TSH, and your active thyroid hormones is actually your T3. So you may have undiagnosed thyroid issues. If you are having symptoms of thyroid issues such as cold hands, chronic fatigue, slowed metabolism, hair falling out, I want you to check out this video that I did above, all on what tests you want to get run by the doctor, and also check out my hypothyroid playlist. I did a whole series on everything you need to know in terms of your thyroid, because remember, our thyroid affects our metabolism, and if we're struggling with fat loss, we're in a state of chronic stress, that could be something that is contributing on top of our hormone changes to the stubborn belly fat. As you can see, all of these changes in our hormones, our insulin sensitivity, our thyroid, they can really impact your metabolism, lead to weight gain, that bloating, that water retention, that feeling of just whole body inflammation that so many of my clients that come to me are dealing with. Now that you know a little bit about what is going on, when we get in our late 30s, hitting that perimenopause, going into menopause, question you may be asking, so what can we eat? What can we do with our diet to lose fat, build our metabolism, get rid of cravings, and have that body transformation that we all want? I'm going to take you into now the perfect diet and my top 5 foods that we want to focus on during menopause to really get rid of that stubborn belly fat. But I want you guys to get fast, quick wins. So I made you 2 free resources that I linked in the description. One is my ultimate gut hormone balancing smoothie guide. If we start our breakfast with a good 30 grams of protein, that is going to kickstart our metabolism right for the day. And I also made you guys a full meal prep guide on how to create meals to stabilize your blood sugar levels and help you burn more fat, build muscle, and transform your body. The first food that we want to focus on is going to be, instead of doing things like processed flours, breads, that spike our blood sugar levels, causing us to have that fat storage, because remember, we have that insulin sensitivity going on, we want to focus on getting our carbs from things like whole grains, quinoa, love that one because it has a lot of B vitamins in it that get depleted due to stress, or even our starchy vegetables like potatoes. And leave the skin on your potatoes. Get that good fiber in, because having that fiber at that meal is going to slow down the digestion and stabilize your blood sugar levels and lower that glycemic index as well. Remember, we don't want to cut all of our carbohydrates out. We need a certain certain amount of carbohydrates for building muscle, for recovery, for our brain. We just want to make sure we're getting it from more sources that are less processed, so we don't have those big spikes in our insulin levels causing that fat storage, and so that we're getting plenty of fiber and all of our vitamins and minerals with it to support energy, our gut, our hormones. Second food we want to focus on is high quality protein, especially from our fatty fish that are high in our omega-3s. And my top two favorites are going to be salmon and sardines. So here is the deal. Protein actually works on two key hormones, our leptin and our ghrelin. These are our hunger and satiety cues. And I'm gonna link a whole video above that I did on cravings. It is gonna break this down even further. But basically, by having the quality protein, you're gonna feel fuller and more satiated after that meal, having less cravings. Also, protein has a 20% thermogenic effect on your body. So basically, you're burning 20% of those calories to break it down. And when we're hitting peri and postmenopause, we're losing muscle at a rate of 40 to 50% faster. So by really focusing on quality protein at each meal, it's gonna help you maintain muscle. And if we're training the right way, it's also gonna help you build lean muscle mass and have that body transformation that we all want. My third food is gonna be herbs and spices, and my favorites are gonna be turmeric, garlic, ginger. You could do these with teas, pestos. I'm gonna share with you some recipes, but here's the deal. We neglect all of these different herbs. Things like turmeric, they act as an anti-inflammatory to the body. Things like cinnamon help stabilize our blood sugar levels. Garlic and onion are antibacterial, antiviral. So by getting more of these herbs in our diet, it's not just gonna support your body's inflammation, it's gonna support your hormones. It's gonna support giving you all of these different minerals in your body. Parsley helps with our kidneys. Dill is great for our digestion. So when we're dealing with this post-menopause, inflammation, bloating, and cravings, by really looking at our food in a different way, I love looking at it more with like Ayurvedic, using the herbs and spices, you're gonna feel less inflamed, you're gonna feel like your blood sugar is more stable, and you're gonna feel so much less bloated. I love adding in like teas, like a ginger tea, a fennel tea, a dandelion tea is great for our liver and getting out that excess water retention. Turmeric and ginger are great for inflammation. Cinnamon, like I mentioned, is great for lowering our blood sugar levels, and you could add that on top of like your sweet potatoes with some coconut oil as a nice little treat that tastes amazing but supports your body and your body composition goals. And one other thing I like doing is I like taking olive oil and chopping up some basil, also some parsley, adding some lemon, and you could add other herbs and spices and make like a little pesto that you could top on any of like your spaghetti squashes or your salmon for a great flavor. And like I said, we're working on supporting our body, supporting our liver, our kidneys, all of our organs in whole. Next food is going to be our berries. So berries are actually lower on the glycemic index, and they are packed full of antioxidants. As we're getting older, we have things like free radicals in the body. If we're going through a lot of stress, we've done a lot of processed foods in our diet, we just feel inflamed. We want to provide our body with all of those antioxidants to fight the free radicals so that we look young, we're anti-aging, and we're not having dramatic spikes, as I mentioned, in our insulin levels. What I like to do with them is you could throw them in smoothies, and you can go down to the description, like I mentioned, download my free smoothie ebook with tons of recipes for you. You could also add them on top of Greek yogurt, since there's tons of protein in there. Top them with some hemp seeds, almond butter in there too, as like a little delicious snack. And you could simply make something like a chia pudding parfait. You have your chia pudding, you can use like a base of coconut milk in there. You could add to that some hemp seeds, some berries. If you want to put additional protein, a scoop of protein powder to that. So there's so many different ways you can incorporate berries into your diet, but remember, they're packed full of antioxidants, they're low in sugar, and they're going to give you all of your minerals and everything that get depleted due to stress and go for that anti-aging as well. Before we go into it, I am so excited. I got to share this with you. Imagine being 18 pounds lighter in just 12 weeks. You've been on your fitness journey. You've yo-yoed back and forth. I've been there myself, struggling, trying every diet out there, feeling restricted, and not seeing the results that I wanted. One of my clients just 12 weeks ago, she was exactly where you might be, stuck. Despite trying keto, low carb, and every trending diet under the sun, nothing stuck. In my program, she found her game changer. She is now eating more calories daily. She lost 18 pounds in 12 weeks. Her energy improved, confidence, gut health, and she said goodbye to cravings and food fears, doing this all without restrictions or extremes. My 90-day transformation challenge isn't just your typical, here's a diet and here's your calories, cut it, go push it in the gym. It's different. You're getting tailored support to your body, your metabolism. I teach you everything that you need to know on nutrition, gut health, hormones, how to eat out when traveling. Every struggle that used to be a struggle, by the end of the 12 weeks no longer is, so that you're able to build habits that last a lifetime, so your results will be sustainable. And I even have a whole community that is on the same path as you, so that you can share your wins and struggles and have that community. If this story resonates with you and you're tired of doing every diet roller coaster out there and you're ready for a lasting change, I invite you to head to the description, fill out my questionnaire, and I will be in touch with you in the next 24 hours to book a call to see if we are the perfect fit for my upcoming challenge. Let's get you lasting results together. I saved the best for last, and it is, we're gonna drum roll it, avocado. So we get a lot of our fats if we're eating out, or we're getting a lot of like those salad dressings and stuff. They throw a ton of canola oil or trans fats in them, and those don't work for our hormones. Those actually cause more oxidative stress on our body. So by simply swapping out, all of these fried foods, add things like avocado to your meals. They're high in fiber. There's a lot of potassium in there. So if you feel bloated, this is gonna get our bowels moving, help with our gut microbiome, help us pooping good again, eliminating properly, which is another thing that slows down when our hormones start shifting as we do hit menopause. So as you guys can see, my whole key with the diet is we want to focus more on a whole foods diet that is going to be not just one extreme with cutting our carbs out or cutting our fats down low. A good balance of everything, but coming from things to provide us with all of our vitamins, our minerals, our omega-3s, so that your body actually starts feeling better, recovering better, getting the inflammation out, bloating goes away, the omega-3s help with our brain, anxiety, and you start having that body transformation that you're going for. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you to drop a comment below. I am doing a challenge all month. The most engaged individual is going to win my Healthy Food Swaps ebook. So I want you to let me know, what is your one biggest challenge that you are facing right now on your fitness journey? Share this video with a friend, subscribe below, and I will see you tomorrow.
She, within a few weeks, has been able to help my system stop being so inflamed. And that in itself is, within 2 weeks, 7 pounds. That's a big deal for me. When I can feel my fingers not hurting anymore because of so-called fibromyalgia.